Hi sweet queens, you're welcome back to another interesting tutorial. So today we're going to be making this lovely beautiful bubble dress, and for this style you need your complete wrapper. For this I'm using Adire Kampala, and I'm going to be using 5 yards. It comes in 5 yards, so I'm using the 5 yards. It's going to have a tie, and I have this sequin here that I'm going to be using to create the design right in front as well as the sleeve. So let's get into it. I want nobody but you. This is just like about half yard. It's not really much. There will be no lining on the style. So I'm starting with the back. So this is my guideline. So I'm starting all my measurements from this line. So the first thing I'm going to do is from the top, I'm going to measure, depends on where we want the cowl to start from. I want us to start at 32 inches. It's going to start at 32 inches. Then the length of a gown is 56. So I'll measure down the length plus seam allowance. Okay. So on the 32 inches mark, I'll put a hip circumference measurement divided by 4. A hip is 42 divided by 4. That will be 10.5. And I'll add extra 3 inches to it. These 3 inches include the seam allowance as well as ease. Okay. Then I'll come to the M line. Whatever thing I have here, I'm going to subtract 1.5 from it, and I'll put it at the hemline. Okay, I have 13.5 on this line. So if I subtract 1.5, that will be 12. I'll put 12 here, and I'll connect it together. Can you see? Like this. So the next thing you have to do, you measure where you want the, from your center back to your desired sleeve length for the top. Let's say altogether here, I want it to be 18 inches because it's still going to have extra thing attached to it. It's going to have like band. Okay, so I'm just going to roll it down this way, just straight down. Can you see? Then I'll create a curve to get the cowl effect like this. Can you see? From this your measurement, just create the cowl like this. Okay, to give it cowl effect. Can you see? So this is going to be the back, and it's ready. So next you measure the neck. So from here now, I'm just going to measure 3 inches. I'll measure 3 inches, and at this side I'll measure 2 inches downward. I'll connect it together. Then you add ½ inch to that line for the shoulder seam. Can you see like this? Then you can determine how low you want your neckline to be. So I want the back neck depth to be 2.5, and I want my neck width to be 3.5. 3.5. Then I'll connect it together this way. So the back is ready. I can cut it out. So you measure your round sleeve times your round sleeve measurement here. Okay, so whatever your round sleeve is, let's assume when you measure your round sleeve here, you have 12. So from this, from here to a ½ inch is your allowance. So from that ½ inch below, measure the 12, exactly the 12. You are going to be pleating it into your band. Okay, so you just notch it. That's going to be the sleeve opening, but you are still going to be. Making some pleats there, so you notch. Can you see? Next, you're going to create facing for the back. So fold your fabric into two, like this. Then you place the back on top of it so that you can trace the neckline and create facing for it. Okay, facing to finish the neck. So I'll measure 4.5 all around the neckline. 4.5, 4.5. So this is the facing for the back, okay? So for the front facing, fabric into two folds. We're going to cut the front facing, even though we have not cut out the front, okay? So just place the back facing right on top of it this way, just like this. Then you're going to measure from where the back facing is stopping. From the beginning of the back facing, you measure down your waist length. My client's waist length is 16, okay? Then you also locate the half of the 16, which is going to be 8 inches. 8 inches, like this. Then you also locate the half of this 8, which is going to be 4, this way. So I'll tell you what to do with all these points. It's just to get a very nice shape for the front. So can you see? So on this 8 inches, you measure 4 inches, 4. Then on the 4 inches mark, you measure 3.2, that is 3.75. That is 3.25. Then on this one, you're just going to measure 2 inches. 2 inches, okay? 2, 3.2, then 4. Is it clear? Then just connect those points together. Then when you get to this point, with a curve again, blend it to the back facing the way I'm doing like this. Can you see? It's as simple as that. If you're not okay with the shape, you can create any shape you like. It can even be V, okay? So now I'm just going to cut it out. Can you see? So you can remove the back. Don't forget, you're still going to be lowering the front neckline. We use 2.5 for the back, so let's say we are making the front neckline to be it's not so low. Let's do 3.75. You can even do 4. Depends on the width you want, okay? And depend on the depth you want. You can even lower it the more. But I think this is okay. So basically, we use 3.75 for the front neckline. Can you see? So this is the front facing. So if you open it up, this is how it's looking. Can you see? If you're not cool with the shape, you can do any shape that you desire. So this is the shape I came up with. So I'm going to use this to cut out my sequin. The width of my sequins is not wide enough. So I'm likely going to reduce the weight of this. I won't touch the lower part. I will just blend it and reduce the weight a bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit like this. Can you see? So I'm going to cut the sequin exactly like this. So this is the front facing. I'll go to my sewing machine now. I'm going to sew round with half inch, then I'll turn it to the good side, okay, and iron. If you like, you can put stay. If you put stay, it will stand very well, to be very good. I think we should just put stay. So after ironing, I'll just put hemming gum to marry them together. And the front facing is ready, so I'll keep it aside. Then I'll fold my fabric into two again so that I can cut the front. Why do you want to stay here? Okay, so what I've done here is just that I put the back on top of it like this, aligning their hem line together. But then there's still some excess here in front, like about, see the way it's tilted. See, like this. Here at the lower part, I have 3 inches here. I have 3 inches here at the lower part. And at this other side here, this neckline area, I have 6.5. 6.5. Okay. So what I will just do is just for me to place the facing right on top of the back like this so that I can mark where the facing is stopping. The facing is stopping here, stopping at this point. Can you see like this? So this is where the facing is stopping, okay? Then I will also note where this facing is stopping at this down part, okay? At this down part. The facing is stopping here as well. Can you see? So this is what I've got. So what I'm going to do is just for me to, I'll measure 3 inches upward like this and then bend it back to that line this way. Can you see? Bend it back to that line. Then here, we need to add our allowance. So instead of marking exactly here, I'll come inward here like ½ inch. At the lower part also, I'll come up by ½ inch. And then this same shape that I have here, I'm going to try and mimic it here. Okay, this same shape, I'll just try and kind of create that same shape here like this. You see the way I've done it? so that by the time I gather it, it's just going to go back to normal. Can you see? So I'm going to cut here off now. Okay, so let me take it again. I place the back on top of it. I leave extra 3.5 at the lower part. Is it 3.5 or 3? Okay, so at the lower part I leave 3 inches, and at the upper part we have 6.5, exactly 6.5, where the back neckline is stopping, right? We have 6.5. Can you see? Then again, I bring the front facing, fold it back into two like this, place it directly, match their neckline together, like this. Note where that facing is stopping, you mark it. Then note where it's stopping here as well, then you mark it. Okay, then just trace the shoulder of the back, trace out the shoulder of the back, and then you remove both the facing and everything. Then where that measurement is stopping, where that shoulder is stopping, just come up by 3 inches so that you can just have enough thing to pleat there. Then with a slant, blend it back to the back line. Okay, then you step inward by 1/2 inch. That's going to serve you as a seam allowance for sewing it back to the facing. Okay, then at the lower part, come up again by 1/2. Then just mimic that shape, mimic the shape of this thing that you have here. You know, we cannot really trace it because it's bigger, so just mimic the shape. Like, must not really be exactly the same, just mimic it like this, and then you just cut it off, as simple as that. Okay, so before I cut it off, I'll put the back so that I can reshape the side. The side needs to be equal. Okay, so I've placed the back on top of it. I just lift it up a bit so that you can cut off this shape here. Then you cut the, you know, I will use the back now to just cut off the shape of the cowl because they need to be equal. Can you see? Don't forget to notch where I said you're going to notch. So what you have to do now is just to go back to your machine, notch the center of this fabric, notch the center of the facing, match them together, and then you try and stitch them back. But then you know it will have excess, so you pleat it. You create your pleat with the excess. Okay, you see the way I'm going to do it on the sewing machine. Then it's having band on the sleeve, so create your band. For your band, don't put stay so that it's, you know, this fabric stretches so that it can still maintain the stretchiness, because if you put stay, the stretch will disappear. So this is going to be the band. The width will be your round sleeve, then you add your allowance to it. Okay, then just fold it into two so that the hemline is going to be on fold. Basically, that's all. Ha, this thing like this. We'll do like this of Salili. This thing. Be like say the thing small. No go do. Eh, be like say it's small. Yes, sir. So because my sequin wasn't enough, so I had to cut out fabric so that I can attach to the sequin to make it the width that I want. Because this one here is not up to the round sleeve measurement, so I had to join to it and make it. I'm saying, exactly to go. At least let it be wide like this. It's better like this. Okay, so this one now, you see, it's folded into two. It's into two. So here, this upper part will be a round sleeve with your seam allowance. This other side will be where the thing is ending, the round sleeve with allowance. So you can just, let's shape it just a little. Perfect. Put this one on top, and then you do the same thing. If you have enough sequin, you don't have to do it this way, okay? So this is how it is. Next, so fold your facing into two, notch the center at the down part like this. Can you see? Fold the kampala also. The kampala is still into two fold. Notch the center of the U, okay? Match them together, right side to right side. Then whatever excess you have here, you are going to pleat. So let me just tag the middle together like this. Can you see what I've done? So that I can go back to the beginning of the facing. So let it be like this. This is the beginning of the facing. Put the other beginning on top, and then you pleat whatever excess you have, you pleat it. Make sure you distribute it evenly well. So this is it, already set and good. All right, so the next thing you do now is just to join front and back together at the shoulder. So before you do that, don't forget to finish the neckline of the back with your facing. You know, we already cut out facing. So for your facing, just fold it once like this and make your stitch all around it. Next, place the facing, right side facing right side on the back neckline. Can you see? Just like this. Then you stitch. Now I am rushing. So turn the facing to the wrong side, iron, and then join front and back together. Place front and back together and join the shoulders together. Okay. So the next thing now is to join the band to it. You remember we already notched where we want the band to start, so just place them this way. This is my notching. Match it this way. You can also notch the center of your band so that you match the center with the center of the shoulder seam. Okay, so that you pleat whatever excess you have there. I'm doing mine by sides. So can you see? Then you do the same thing to the second side. Next is for you to close the side and your gown is ready. If you like, you can put side slits. If you don't want side slits, you can close it all the way down. Because of that 3 inches that is in front, you will still be able to walk perfectly well. Okay. But if you want more room at the down part, you can leave your sides. You can put side slits. So if you are putting side slits, you just stop where you think is enough for your slits. Here from the hemline is about, this is exactly 15 inches. So I'll close the other side too. So after closing the side, the next thing is just to hem the down part of your dress, but I put side slit on mine. So, and that is exactly what I am sewing here. So that'll be the end of the tutorial for today. If you have found this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button and tell me in the comment section, Yinka, you are sweet. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. And that's it. Our gown is ready.